there ain't got time for that. Hi, I'm Keisha of 3D Pop-Up Shop, and I'm here with my co-host Kanika
Hi.
and our virtual co-hosts who are selling on 3dpopupshop.com right now. So today we are going to be discussing Kanye West rhetoric. What is Kanye saying? He mentioned slavery is a choice, white lives matter, DEFCON 3 on the Jews, whatever that means. What do you think about Kanye's rhetoric?
His rhetoric is thought-provoking and it stirs up emotions, very strong emotion. And while there may be some deeper thing to it, unfortunately, it's dangerous. He is not providing any context. He's not explaining what he means behind it. He's just throwing it out there. It's for the same reason why you cannot scream fire in a theater. People are just going to automatically react in a certain way, in violent manner against other individuals in the community. And so we have to be very careful when we say certain things, especially with him being such a powerful and strong influence in the Black community.
How much do we as a community put weight on someone's words based on their income level? Are we still scared to hear his words out amongst our kids who have impressionable minds, who haven't learned about slavery yet? How much is it that it's hurtful, or is it something that we should have tough skin?
I don't think it has anything to do with tough skin. I think it's about, these are personal experiences that it passed down from generation to generations, and it's interactions of human beings. And unfortunately, especially the nation in America, we still have not learned how to live amongst each other. We have not learned how to live and coincide with someone who looks different to you, who sounds different to you, who acts differently to you. And it's a terrible, terrible situation that we are living in, and it's a terrible, terrible environment that we are living in right now. So when you sit down there and you say, oh, slavery is a choice, you know what? He's absolutely right. Slavery is a choice by those who perpetrated it, who continued it, and those who benefited off of it. It was their choice. But was it a choice for those who were brought over from the continent of Africa? Was it a choice for those who were born into it? Was it a choice for those who tried to escape it from the South and were captured and brought back? It wasn't a choice, but you need to be able to sit and think in order to apply what he's saying to the individuals in the situation. But who got time for that? Nobody want to sit down there and got time for that.
That's interesting, Kanika, because he never really clarified what he meant by slavery is a choice. Interesting perspective that you mentioned there, because I never thought for one second that he was thinking that it was a choice for white people. I always assumed, and I almost agreed, that our audience, alongside with me, just assumed that he was talking about Black people. Slavery was a choice for Black people. If we didn't want to be enslaved, we didn't have to be enslaved.
But that's the point. Because he doesn't say anything else but that, he leaves it up to everybody who's listening to him to draw their own conclusion. And because he is so well known in the Black community and the white community, it's hitting us. You hear slavery and you look at it, those who were enslaved, and it's coming from a Black man. So that's where the problem lies.
Yeah, but then he's in the office with Trump talking about make America great again. And everybody knows that when Donald Trump talks about make America great again, he's talking about when people beside himself had less powers, less liberties, privileges. So when Kanye is up in there talking about make America great again, it just did not rub me the right way. And is it fair to say that we shouldn't put that much weight on this artist? to be an ambassador for our community? I mean, if he's leaving things up to interpretation, how much responsibility does that fall on him if it's being misinterpreted?
Everybody shares the responsibility. I'll put it like that. But he holds all of the responsibility if he does not explain where his comments are coming from. If after he gets backlash, he still does not explain where he's coming from, and all he does is, okay, I'm sorry, if he even apologizes. Come on, there's certain things you just don't do. It just seems like you just do not do. And all the responsibility does fall on him because he's not giving an explanation and then allowing people to misinterpret what he already told you is his interpretation, is his meaning behind these comments. He's just saying the sky is purple.
Yeah.
With nothing. So that's not like I'm allowed to interpret what I'm interpreting based off of because what I gave as an explanation for why he says slavery is a choice, that's a far reach. That is a far reach. But not everybody's going to reach that far. Everybody's going to look at him as a Black man and say, oh, you're a Black man who has a lot of money, you have a lot of influence and a lot of pull, and this is what you're saying. Like on very surface level.
Yeah, I almost want to say that I really don't believe that he was thinking that the slavery was a choice for the white man.
Exactly.
I do believe that if we go back to the video of him talking, that he went more into a mental state, being enslaved in your mind and all of that. I could be wrong, but if anybody listening to us right now really understood the full context of what Kanye was saying, please drop it in the comments, because we need to have a discussion here. We need to understand as a community, how much do we shield our kids from leaders in our community, influencers in our community, that is really saying something contradictory to what we are teaching our kids in our home. And then how much do we shield our leaders and influencers from being canceled by the big brands in Hollywood and the big brands on Wall Street, because they are free thinkers, as he would like to call it? It goes deeper than Kanye. End of the day, we are all becoming influencers and leaders in our own right. We have a flock of employees or staff that looks up to us. We have a flock of followers on Instagram and subscribers that hang on to our every word sometimes. We have a flock of customers who believe in what we say and how we conduct our businesses. So how much responsibility are we going to put on ourselves to say things that advance our community forward and create a safe haven for our children to thrive and become the next generation of business owners, of artists, of ball players, of pilots, of doctors, of engineers? How do we allow them to be able to apply critical thinking, but also be open-minded in this new world? So, Kanye, is his rhetoric thought-provoking or is loony? You tell us.
So, if you enjoy this video or you want to hear more from us, please consider subscribing. Just click on that button below or click on another video. Listen, we need to help the Black businesses out here, all right? So head over to 3dpopupshop.com after you subscribe.